Hello, my lovely audience. So this is What If Deku was a Conduit Part 2. Now, just a quick update. I am not gonna be continuing that Iron Man What If, because screw that. Did not get enough love, and also, feel like I fucked up a lot. So, I'm not gonna do that one. Probably gonna do something else, but don't know what. Was thinking of a few ideas. I can't really decide, but, I'll figure it out. Anyways, What If Deku was a Conduit. So, yeah, it's time for the internships. And I'm going to say that Deku has chosen his hero name, and he's going to go with Deku because he's strong and he was bullied with the name Deku. And I think he would still have that hard time figuring out what his hero name would be. And I would say that Raka and a lot of people would be like, well, Deku can mean strength and all that stuff. And I would think that Deku, he would choose that. He would choose it. And for which agency he would go to, I would say that Endeavor would take him in because of one reason. Endeavor would take him in because he would want to know how powerful Deku is, and if Todoroki could become that powerful. Because he wants to see if there's a way for Deku to show, just somehow make Todoroki more powerful and more able to do what he can do with his fire. And that's kind of just what he wants, really. So, yeah. As for Deku's hero suit, I would say it is going to be pretty simple, because no one's going to be really messing with him at the same time, because there's just so much power behind him. And by the way, I'm renaming his little mini nuke attack to Inferno Bomb. So there's something fun. Inferno Bomb, that's going to be the fun thing. And I'm going to say that when Deku does his, when he's about to do his internship, he gets a gift from Nezu. And I would say that this gift is going to be a blast core. The last blast core he's going to get for a very long time. And what this blast core, when he uses it, he gets an ability that is, I'm going to call it Firebird, because he gets to sprout wings and fly. Uses quite a lot of energy to fly, but he's able to fly. So, yeah. Because why not? And also, it's awesome, so why not? But yeah. And, yeah. Firebird, I don't know, I just came with that up on the fly. I was gonna give him something else, but I thought this was way better. Anyways, yeah, so where was I? Yeah, gets into the internship, and I would say that immediately Endeavor would want to meet Deku, and Ida would still, have to deal with the problem, but his little problem with his brother and all that. But I think he would include Deku if he could help his brother. And I think before he goes to the internship, Deku would help Ida and heal his brother, and Ida would definitely cry out of his mind, thanking Deku for healing him and completely making him completely all better and just everything. And then I would say that when Endeavor, when he finally gets to Endeavor's agency, Deku wearing pretty much this, and I would say a thermal mask, or at least a special mask to prevent it from burning up. It's just pretty much a beta testing kind of mask, to just kind of see where his flames are at, you know what I mean? And to see if it can withstand his fire, just to see where it's at, because that way they can make an actual hero suit for him, because they don't know how high his fires are. So they're really hot, actually. So yeah, I would say Endeavor would definitely be wanting to see how powerful Deku is, and after figuring out how everything works, he'd be interested, but not as interested as you would think. He'd show interest as to see that there is a ammunition limit. Compared to Quirks, there isn't, and it's all about enduring your abilities. So he would say that having quirks are superior than being a conduit, because quirks, they don't really use ammunition when it comes down to like fire and ice. It's all about your body's endurance. So he would say that his kid would have had a superiority, but it was mainly because Deku was so crafty and, well, you know, able to, I guess, yeah, able to endure for so long and use other means instead of his fire. And yeah, I would say though that a few days around when he's doing his internship, I would say that Nezu calls him and saying that he has a gift, and he would want him to come by the school immediately. And what he presents Deku is a bunch of blast shards. Basically, just how I put it, like about a crate full of blast shards, and ask Deku to absorb them. And this should help you in the future and all that. And think of it as a kind of award for doing such a good job in the sports festival. And I would say that there's like 500 blast shards right there in like the no, I'd say like 1,000 blast shards, and Deku immediately absorbs them all, and then back to his internship. But he's a lot stronger and has more power than he did before. And I would say on the day that the Nomus attack and when Stain attacks, with the whole thing. But I'd say that Stain, I'd say that Ida wouldn't risk his life so much, but he would definitely have that revenge still. And Deku would still notice that. So what would end up happening is, on the day of the Nomus hit, Deku would be helping the heroes trying to take out the Nomus, and would definitely take down a few, like about 10. And I think there was like 20 of them. So heroes are on the winning side, and immediately he goes to find Ida. And when he finds Ida, he finds Stain as well. And what happens with Stain? Well, I would say that Deku fires off a few shots at Stain and immediately cooks him a bit. And cooks him pretty good. Hits him hard and pretty much burns him a bit. And I would say this is when Stain would try and get close to cut Deku and try and get some of his blood into his body. And I would say that's when Deku unleashes a huge amount of heat. And this was something he was able to come up with on his own. Something that he wanted to have a kind of like crowd control ability instead of his normal abilities. One where he can like let off a heat wave. Mind you, it is a heat wave over here in New York, I'll tell you that. Holy crap, I am sweating. Can't sleep because of how hot it is in my room. But yeah, I can stand it, but it's just so hot. Anyways, back to the what if. So, yeah. Deku would, he would pretty much cook him. Blast a few heat waves at him and just kind of push him back. He would definitely burn the blades, because the blades are, like, made of metal, and there's not, like, much protection on the handle, so yeah, he would just kind of microwave the blades, and he would kind of just be holding hot blades and just burn his hands. So yeah, of course Stain would let go and he would run away. Obviously he would try and get out of there, and I would say that's when he stopped by Endeavor, because Endeavor would have arrived much sooner with Todoroki in the back, and Deku would have healed the hero and Ida. And yeah, I would say, yeah, that would pretty much be it. And yeah. So yeah, the internships, he pretty much nails it, really. And I would say that when he comes back to class and all that, and for the internships the rest of the way, he's done pretty well. He's training his body a bit more. He kind of realizes that he needs to learn a certain martial arts, and Endeavor notices that as well and thinks that maybe he should probably look for that within the school or something, really. and practice that when he goes on a certain trip that I would think that Endeavor would know about. Um, and it's like, to get the quirks stronger and all that, or just to, work them out a bit. And Deku would be worked out like crazy. He's already able to jump off buildings, has twice the strength as a normal human, so he's already really packing a lot of heat. So there's that. Now as for what Deku would have, let's see. I would say that he learned a lot and just how to use his abilities a bit more and how to present them a bit. I guess like he's able to use them to his fullest. And also probably Endeavor would give him tips on what to absorb and how to use his flames a bit more. A little bit more precision, accuracy, and stuff like that. And yeah. Now let's see. I'm gonna say that Deku. Would be able to. I think he'd be able. Well, I think he'd be able to fire off more shots now, and probably even. I think he'd rival a lot of people right now. Like the battle with Stain was pretty short because it's so narrow and there was a lot of, there's people nearby too, so he can't really fire off explosions. But he was able to fire some shots and injure Stain a lot. And mind you, he's firing off shots enough to keep Stain back and melting his blades pretty much. And yeah, I think there would be no Nomu to really have to watch out for or whatever. Stain wouldn't need to save him, but at the same time, Stain would see him as a worthy adversary and seeing his goals as a hero, saying that he would be a true hero. And yeah. Now as for now, I guess it's time for the trip too, so this is gonna be fun. But when Deku comes back to do that, no way, he has to do that thing. Fuck, I gotta read up more on the anime. I forgot a bit. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, this will be part 2. Just been a busy night. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. But yeah, this is part 2. Have a good day and a good night. Sorry it was so short.